Hello, and welcome to Nevada State High School's Degree Academic Planning Tutorial Part 3, Bachelor's Degree, for all students. Use the guide bar at the bottom of the presentation to navigate through the presentation. Click the forward button now to begin. During this presentation, we will continue the process of degree planning. This lesson is the third and final in a series of 3 designed to walk you through the course planning process step by step. If you have not completed lessons 1 and 2, stop this presentation and complete them before continuing. In this lesson, you will review lessons 1 and 2 and make sure you have everything you need to this point. We will advance your course planning to include a bachelor's degree from a university of your choosing. We will also discuss how to customize this plan for you and your degree goals. At the conclusion of this presentation, you will take a short 5-question quiz that covers this material. Let's get started. Click to the next slide when you are ready. At this point, you should have completed lessons 1 and 2 for degree planning and should have all of the corresponding paperwork. You will need these forms to help you finish your degree planning and maximize your time while at Nevada State High School. If you are missing these forms, stop the video and get them. If you need to, re-watch the previous lessons and recreate the documents you need. In addition to the documents used in previous lessons, you will need 2 new ones for this lesson. First, you'll need a blank copy of the Degree Planning Form version 3. Second, you will need a bachelor's degree worksheet for the degree and college of your choice. If you do not have both of these documents, please stop the presentation and return when you have them. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. This is a sample degree sheet from the University of Nevada, Reno for a bachelor's degree in marketing. You should have a sheet similar to the one shown here in front of you. You can find these on most university websites and print them off. It is important that you have a physical copy of this for the lesson, not just a version open in your web browser. Some of these are 2 pages, so make sure that you have all of the courses required for the degree listed in front of you. Many times the degree sheets make reference to core requirements or groups of required courses, so you will need to look these up and print those out as well. Click to the next slide when you have all of your documents ready. This is the Degree Planning Form version 3. It is the final version of the planning form. It is available on Nevada State High School's online portal. You will notice that it looks just like the form you've used in the previous 2 lessons, just with more spaces to write in classes. All of the information on the top of this form is identical to your previous form. This is the final planning form, and when it is completed, you will have every course planned that you will need to get your bachelor's degree. Once you have your final version, you will need to have the signatures on the bottom to submit it. You should be using a pencil for this planning phase, as you will likely be making lots of changes. Let's get started. Working with the degree planning sheet 01 and 02 that you completed in previous lessons, we're going to repeat the same process we used for your associate's degree. This video will indicate when you are ready to move on to the degree planning form 03 or the final version, but for now we're still using your old form. Go through your degree planning form 01 and 02 and mark all of the classes that count towards your bachelor's degree. Cross the classes that are listed on the degree planning form off of your bachelor's degree sheet and then mark the B box. For example, English 101 will have the H, A, and B boxes marked off next to them, and then you will cross English 101 off the university degree sheet for your bachelor's degree. This way you know it is already planned and you will not put it somewhere else on your form. Go ahead and take a minute to go through every course you already have planned on your old planning form and see if those courses are listed on your degree sheet. If they are, mark them accordingly as described. Click to the next slide when you've completed this task. Now that you have marked all the bachelor's degree classes, you may need to note some changes to your associate's plan. Let's start with math. What is the highest math you need for your bachelor's degree? Are you currently planning to take higher math than you need for your bachelor's degree? If you are, then you can evaluate the possibility of removing the extra math classes you do not need for high school or your college degrees and replacing them with other bachelor's required classes. Don't do this now. Just circle those classes on your old planning form that are not required for high school, associates, or a bachelor's degree. Also, pay attention to courses that are being used as electives for your high school and associate's degrees. These classes can be changed to courses that will work towards your bachelor's degree. For example, if you are taking criminal justice for your associate's degree, but it's not required for your bachelor's in economics, then you might want to replace your criminal justice class with a required course for your bachelor's degree, like Econ 101. Circle these extra elective classes and we'll come back to them later. Finally, pay attention to how many classes from the associate's degree also have a B box checked. Are there lots of classes that are only for high school and associates, or are there lots that are only for the associate's degree? Make sure you understand the information in this slide before moving on. In the next slide, we'll be making some changes, so be sure you have extra math classes and electives for your associate's degree circled. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Let's make some changes. We're still working off the degree planning form 01 and 02 you used for your previous two lessons. The full planning sheet should not have anything written on it yet. Look at your circled math classes and your bachelor's degree sheet. Do you want to count the math as electives or replace them with other required courses for your degree? Generally, you don't want to take more math than you need for a bachelor's degree, as there will be lots of other classes that could count towards college requirements. It will likely serve you better to erase the extra math and add a different class. For example, Math 181 could be replaced with Accounting 201. Again, to be clear, this is only if you have met the Nevada State High School math exemption requirements, including the math needed for your bachelor's degree. You will need to file a math exemption with your CAP form for the semesters that you are not taking math. When you replace the math classes on your degree planning form, remember, use 100 or 200 level classes from your bachelor's degree sheet. This new class will also replace your math class in the elective category on your associate's degree sheet. I hope you used a pencil. You can do this with your extra math classes now. Click to the next slide when you are ready. Now that we've taken care of math, let's review your electives. If they have both the A and B boxes checked, it is safe to leave them alone. If they have only the A box checked, then see if there's a class option better aligned to the bachelor's degree as well. If it is an elective, you will have lots of freedom in choosing a new class that aligns with the bachelor's degree. But if it is a specific class or category, you will need to be sure the class you choose will meet the requirements for your associate's and bachelor's degrees if possible. For example, criminal justice could be replaced with economics. The economics class would meet degree requirements for the bachelor's degree in business and the social science requirement for the associate's degree. One item to be aware of is international and multicultural requirements, specifically for UNLV. If you are taking English 232 to fill your high school English requirement, but it is only an elective for your associate's and your bachelor's degree, you could change the English class to fill a multicultural credit at UNLV. You could choose English 290, for example. English 290 is a 3-credit English course, so it will fulfill the half credit of high school English you need for graduation. It will still count as an elective for your associate's degree, but it will now be meeting the specific multicultural requirements for UNLV. The English 290 is a better option than English 232 for those students going to UNLV, but it would not be for the University of Nevada, Reno. You would want to keep the 232 class if you look at these requirements. Make sure each class has a purpose. Try to fill as many bachelor's degree requirements as you can with the classes you will be taking to meet both the associate's and high school degree requirements. You need to always check for updated degree requirements from the college you are looking to attend, as this video is not updated on degree requirements. Always make sure that they are 100 or 200 level classes and that they are 3 or more credits. Go ahead and make any changes you need to your electives now. You are trying to get as many classes as possible to have both the A and the B boxes checked. If there are lots of classes just working towards the associate's degree, then it might not be the best choice to get that associate's degree and work directly towards a bachelor's degree instead. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. This next part is pretty easy. Look at your degree planning form 01 and 02, the one that has writing all over it. It might look a bit messy, and it could have some eraser smudges and circles. It could also have some small holes still. Take a moment and fill in any holes you see with classes you still need. At this time, you can start planning to take classes over the summer. If you are eligible, but not taking 5 college classes per semester, you should. You can even pay for an extra 6th class each semester. Paying a little each semester is better than a huge tuition bill that you will get when you've graduated from Nevada State High School. This is your plan, so feel free to use those options or not, but you would be foolish not to. If Nevada State High School does not pay for it now, you will be paying for those classes later. You fill those holes in with 100 or 200 level classes from your bachelor's degree sheet that you are not taking. These are classes that are above the high school and associate's degree requirements. This means you are really ahead. Be careful not to schedule a class before its prerequisite. Don't put Econ 103 before Math 124, for example. Again, you are still writing on your old form, filling in any holes you still have before high school graduation with courses from your bachelor's degree worksheet. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Now, on to the new form. Transfer your current plan from Degree Planning Form 01 and 02 to your final version. From this point on, you will be working on the final degree planning form. Once you have everything transferred to the new form, you will have 2 additional rows of planning space. Use these spaces to finish planning all of the courses you will need for your bachelor's degree. For students who are at Nevada State High School for 2 full years, the goal should be graduating with your bachelor's degree about 2 years after high school graduation. Students who are only with us for 1 year, the goal should be 3 years after graduation. Be careful when planning so that you are taking courses in the correct order. While this could be a simple process for some students, others will need to change the order of classes previously planned on the old degree planning form. You may need to take some prerequisite classes a semester earlier than you had planned so that you can still finish in 4 years. Remember to utilize the university's catalog to be sure you are meeting all requirements and prerequisites appropriately. Also, for upper level courses, colleges may only offer certain classes every other semester. You will need to work directly with the college to determine such courses and plan accordingly when the time comes. Go ahead and take some time to do this now. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Congratulations! You have completed your plan for a bachelor's degree, an associate's degree, and high school graduation. If your planning form is smudged and wrinkled from erasing and changing, it might be a good idea to get a clean, final planning form and transfer everything onto it and keep the nice version in your portfolio. Now you have a plan, and there are 3 things you need to remember. First, a plan is only as good as you execute it. Now that you have the plan outlined, you need to be sure you stay with it. Passing your classes and getting out of remedial is extremely important. If you fail a class, it will cost you a lot of time and money. That failed class will ripple through your whole plan, so do your best to stay on top of your classes. Second, this plan is only a map of courses you need to take and when. It does not prompt you to apply for financial aid or to apply to colleges. This plan does not mean that you can check out and just look at it when you are registering for classes. You need to remain fully engaged in college to be sure you are taking full advantage of your education. If you are not able to get in a class because you procrastinated registration, the effect could be the same as failing a class, adding 1 or even 2 semesters to your college career. Finally, after you are admitted to a college, you will be prepared to take your plan to meet with a college advisor, and they will finalize and sign off on your degree requirements. Until then, this plan is not set in stone. It will be important that you reevaluate it from time to time and try to take classes that will have the most impact on getting you your degree. Of course, failing a class or not getting the ones you need will necessitate making changes, but you could also change your degree, transfer to a different school, change an area of emphasis in your degree, take a semester to study abroad, and so on. Remember this process. Understanding how to plan where every class has a purpose is the most important part of these lessons. Nevada State High School is not giving you a predetermined plan. We are teaching you how to take ownership and create your own individual plan, and it's up to you to make that plan work. Click to the next slide when you're ready to continue. Congratulations, you have done it. We have finished your degree planning from the previous lessons all the way through a bachelor's degree and talked about the importance of making the plan work. Now you will take a short 5-question quiz about this lesson. Click to the next slide when you are ready to continue. Let's go through a couple of things before you begin your 5-question quiz. 1. After answering each question, click Next. After answering all of the questions, click Submit All. You will have 2 opportunities to take the quiz. Read each question carefully, and good luck.